This is the oldest radio I have in my collection. Here it is, a 1925 RCA Radiola 24 Superhet. Only 7,000 of these were made. The later Radiola 26 is far more popular. Made in a suitcase style radio. I should say a suitcase style case. It's a full-blown Superhet using the original Armstrong circuit. And then this up here, if I can reach it, fully rotatable antenna. And the antenna fits in here. To access the batteries, what you do is you take this lever, turn it, and pull down. That's $150 worth of tubes, UV 199s, and I had to buy mine used. But the fact that it makes the radio work, that's all that matters. And then here are the reproduction batteries. The 3 large cylinders are number 6 batteries. They are new. They were made by Eveready. They're plastic instead of the old cardboard types. But I've made reproduction 1920s Eveready and Burgess covers to show this off. Don't know if it's going to show inside, but deep in here are 4 Eveready 768B batteries. I'd found an original a number of years ago, and I molded reproduction wax tops to them. And this is not just a stack of 4 separate batteries. Actually, this is one of those high voltage converters. On each end here are 2 stacks of 6 AA batteries pumping 9 volts in. The converter here is in the middle, and it's pumping out 90 volts out here, and then there's a tap for like 30 volts in this section here. And then over here is a 4.5 volt C battery. Did the same thing, found an original, made a molded top, and then fitted 3 AA's in it. This radio is also one of the first to use the infamous catacombs. RCA didn't want anybody else figuring out how their Superhet worked, so they put all the guts in this little box. And then they sealed everything with a mixture of pitch. Well, or either that or pine tar. I'm not really sure which one it is. Could even be wax. But what happens is over time that pitch will shift around and break all the connections. So in order to get everything back up and running, you have to solder those connections back. And in order to do that, you have to take this entire assembly out, stick it in an oven, and melt all the pitch out. Very, very messy. But once it's done, then you can get everything back to working order. I got this radio in about 2004, and it was a kit. The original owner took the entire radio apart. The leather was rotted. All the connections here were oxidized. And he managed to even do a big favor for me and drained all the tar out of it. So I was in good shape there. And so what I did, bought it for only $60, and he happened to have some vinyl, which I still need to finish up covering. Redid the entire covers inside and out, and then tore all the wiring out and rewired everything, made the reproduction batteries, and this is the result. Even retubed it. So now the entire radio plays just the way it should. Okay, without further ado, let's go on ahead and turn on the radio. Here's how you do it. This is how it all works. There's two dials. One, I believe, sets the station. Other is for amplification, if I'm looking at it correctly. I may be wrong, but it does require two adjustments. This is your filament control. You have to bring it up to this small arrow for the maximum glow. And then this is your volume control. The three buttons here, this is for an amplifier switch. Pushed all the way in brings it out full volume. Pulling it out brings out, takes out a tube. And then over here is your on-off control. Okay, the one other item is this item over here is for the headphone jack. So that if you want to listen on headphones, you pull this out and then plug in your headphones. So, in order to turn this on, bring up your filament control and pull the on switch. There we go. That slight hum you hear is my converter. And then bring up the volume. And then if you want maximum sensitivity, rotate the antenna. Now I'll start tuning. The idea is you bring this down a little, and you bring this control down. Kind of tricky, but it can be done. I'm going to put the camera down in just a second and allow you to see how this all works. This has no automatic volume control, so you have to set everything manually, and you will get blasted if it's a local station. But it's kind of fun. It's very sensitive.
To the fellowship. It is about restoration. It is about restoring. So right now, AT&T is celebrating with 50% off messaging calls. Check out my new phone, Sweet. Cool keyboard for messaging and text alerts. Tell me the story. Nice. I got it for 50% off at AT&T. Great, but check out what I got from our...
Okay, that's the end of the band. So to turn it off, bring down your filament, push that in, and you're all set. And there you have it.